Hey guys, good morning. Coach Jen T here. If you're new to the group, welcome. We have some new people that have been joining. If you don't know already, I am an online nutrition coach. And of course, people that are in this group are either in my programming or I've worked with them before, or they're just in here like peeking in and checking out the content. So I appreciate all of you, whether you're in my coaching program or not. So today we're going to go over 7 steps to prep a camping food list. And the reason why is because I've posted like 2 camping videos already in the past. If you follow my YouTube channel, I'm always posting like grocery find videos and tips there. And I think I've posted 2 camping videos already. And I'm going to post another one because we love camping. I don't even, I lost count of how many times we've already been camping. There's something for me about being in the wilderness and being like off the radar, out of service, which is something I truly enjoy for like many reasons: family time, stress management, trying to balance self care and my coaching world, and being a full time mom. So here it is, and this is just based on my own experience, and it doesn't have to be camping for per se. Like if you are the type of person that does go on trips, it might not be camping, but maybe you are going on different kinds of travel excursions and stuff. This is just something to do, something to think about when you are planning ahead and you do want to stay somewhat on track. So, number one, step one is to make a menu. I've got, if I'm looking this way, it's because I did make an outline of like what I'm going to talk about today. So, make a menu. If you know what you're going to have, like I like to set out, make a menu. What are we going to have for breakfast and lunch and dinners? And how can we make it work for all? Like something that the whole family will enjoy. And of course, what kind of snacks do we want and that kind of thing. If you have like a menu prepared when you're shopping, it can especially allow you to stick with your budget because it is so easy to buy random stuff. Whether you're in the grocery store or shopping online, which I prefer to shop online, but you can stick with your budget and make the healthy choice the easy choice if you simply have created a menu. You know what you're going to have. And when you're out in the wilderness and you don't have access to a like grocery store, it's definitely important to have all the food that you need, all the ingredients. So number two is to stock up on protein that is easy to prep. So some things that I like for proteins when I'm camping, I don't like to spend a lot of time marinating and cooking and all of that. We're so busy doing other things. So some of the protein easy prep things that I have are things like cooked chicken sausages. I think Applegate makes a great brand. Those are great for breakfast. Already pre-cooked bacon if you don't feel like cooking bacon. We love bacon, so we have regular bacon, and I mostly recently bought like pre-cooked Hormel bacon and Black Label bacon. It was pretty good. You just basically heat it up on a pan. That's some protein and some healthy fat. Eggs are a great source of protein and healthy fat. We always make sure we bring our eggs along with us. Deli chicken and turkey are great. Lower sodium options are great. But if you are looking to get protein maybe for lunch, things like deli chicken and turkey are great. Smoked chicken sausages, like different companies have different brands. I can't think of some right off the top of my head. Alfresco, yes, makes a really good one. The chicken Asiago sausage is really good. I like the Chipotle jalapeno ones. They do contain some fat, but they're already pre-cooked and they're super easy to just prep. And you can do different things with them, whether you eat them plain. I like to just dip them in mustard, but you can have them in a roll. You can put them in like different dishes, and then they're already cooked, so it's super easy and quick. And then meats for the grill or griddle. We like to bring our Blackstone, but if you have a grill, you can just bring different meats. You can marinate your chicken or your steak ahead of time, and so when you get there, it's already marinated, already ready to go to grill or cook on like a flat top. Um, and then you can also prep some meats ahead of time and have them already cooked so you don't need to think about it. And that kind of keeps it easy to do when you're doing camp dishes too. So, some healthier camp meal ideas would be things like taco bowls or salads. We love tacos, super easy. You can make a chili or broth baked soup ahead of time and bring that so you can just reheat it. You can make in the crock pot like lean pulled chicken or pork and make that. If you shred it ahead of time, you can toss together meals for like the time you're there, whether it's sandwiches or salads or wraps. Also, tin foil packed like meat, veggies, and potatoes are so easy. You just wrap them in olive oil and you can cook them either on the campfire or the black stone. That way, you're getting your meat and your veggies and healthy starch. You can use sweet potato or regular potato. Fajitas are really good, kind of along with the taco theme. Kebabs are really good, especially if you have a grill or a blacktop. Just getting some like wooden skewers and like making some fun kebabs are really easy. Flatbread pizzas, either on the grill or on the Blackstone, are also easy. Lean burgers. Burgers are one of my favorite foods, and you certainly have the flexibility for that. And burgers are loaded with protein. Of course, the leaner the meat, the less fat you're going to have, less calories. So like a 93% is good, but like of course my husband always says like 80 to 85% lean definitely tastes more juicy and cooks better. So whatever floats your boat, whatever you prefer. And of course, stuffed peppers are also a great way to get in your veggies too and your protein at the same time. Those are just some ideas. Step 3, get easy veggies, and you can even prep your veggies before you go. If you haven't noticed a theme here, we're talking a lot of whole foods, as minimally processed as we can get as possible. So we started with our meats for proteins, and then we're now moving on to our veggies. And so you can actually cut up your veggies ahead of time before you go, and that makes it so you're not like in the woods getting bit by bugs and like swatting flies while you're trying to cut your veggies. We do that sometimes. But if you cut stuff ahead of time, really easy snacking would be things like celery, cucumbers, carrots. Those mini peppers are really good. They're sweet. Onions are a go-to for us for many things. We don't necessarily eat raw onions unless they're in like tacos or a salad, but onions for cooking, whether you're making like steak or anything, like sauteed onions and peppers are so good. Spring mix, you can get like little mini things of spring mix, and like spring mix goes well on sandwiches. You can make it, put your dinner on a bed of spring mix so you're getting some greens, and it's really easy. And spring mix, I think, holds really well and lasts like a long time. Baby spinach, radishes for snacking and for meals too. I love radishes. But one fun fact, if you are camping, just a little hack is just to get like a gallon or 2 gallon size bag and put all of your veggies in that in separate packages so that you can keep it dry when your ice in your cooler starts to melt. It's like I've done this before. Number 4 is to not forget your healthy carbs, you guys. Carbs are important. Your body needs carbs. I'm assuming if you're camping, yes, you're sitting around some, but we tend to stay kind of active. I get a lot more steps when I'm camping, but getting your fruit, things like berries and apples and melons are high in fiber and water to keep you hydrated, and they're really just easy to prep and eat. Like I like to cut up melons, whether it's honeydew, cantaloupe, or watermelon ahead of time, put it in Tupperware containers. Berries can keep pretty well. You sometimes have to eat them within the first 3 days, but man, apples are like the easiest grab and go. And bananas too are good also. Let's see. Also, number 5, once you get your meat and your veggies and your fruit, you want to make sure you have some other healthy carbs in the forms of whole grains. So like if you like bread, English muffins and things like that, hey, go for it, especially when you're camping. Just make sure when you look at your ingredients, if fewer ingredients are better. You want to make sure what you're having for your bread or your pasta has like at least 3 grams of fiber. If it has more fiber, it's better for you, and it's giving you something. And I personally, like when we make sandwiches and stuff, I really like the Dave's Killer thin sliced bread because it's lower calorie, and it does have a little bit of protein, and it does pack in some fiber too. Number 6 is to watch out for those liquid calories. So make sure you buy lots of water, because water and like seltzer water are calorie free. We typically will fill up a big jug of water for like cooking. But also, I will just get like a 40 pack of bottled water, and it's always there. We put some in the cooler to keep it ice cold. We keep some out of the cooler, but if it's always there, you're at least staying hydrated, which is super important when you're camping. Seltzer waters, you can sweeten yourself with things like raw fruit or stevia if you prefer flavor. And if you're like me and you do drink alcohol, like I love my cocktails and my beers. So I make sure like I'm alternating with my water, staying super hydrated. But lower calorie options of things like beer, or getting like light mixers to mix with things like, vodka or tequila or whatever, you can really cut back on calories there, because if you're drinking heavy drinks, high calorie drinks or sodas or alcohol, it can really add up in calories. So you want to make sure you're drinking lots of water, lots of calorie free beverages, and being super mindful of the calories you are taking in from liquid calories. Number 7, and this is the final one, most important, is for the snacks and treats. Yeah, that's what camping's all about. I feel like when we go camping, all the fun stuff comes out. So you want to make sure you base your entire day around activities and meals and fun stuff that's going on. And then you want to plan ahead and determine what you truly want for snacks that you and your family can enjoy. And it can be different for everybody. Just one little hack is like the choices that you enjoy. Single serve packs. Most things come in single serve packs. So things like crackers and nuts and chips, it can really help with portion control rather than opening a big giant bag and like going to town on it. But that's just one little hack. And you want to make sure when it comes to snacking too that you get your protein choices handy and ready to go. So if you are buying some snacks, yes, buy the indulgent things, of course, but you want to make sure you're also packing protein choices that you can have, because if you're hitting your protein targets, even when camping, you're going to naturally feel less like you want to reach and dive into whatever else is out there and being offered. Usually it's like sweets and salty, crunchy, yummy stuff. So things like jerky, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, even tuna packets, protein bars, and protein drinks. Those are just super quick, handy grab and go options for protein to make sure you're getting that before you fill up on the other stuff. And then, of course, in another video, I think the last one I posted, you want to make sure you're basing your food intake on your 3 meals a day, and you try to limit snacking. Limiting snacking really helps me a lot personally. If I'm just not like snacking, it keeps things more mindful. But I do have those things that I truly love, like camp popcorn is like one of my favorites. It depends on what's being offered, but you got to be choosy with your desserts, and you have to try to limit snacking as much as you can, but make sure that you choose what's truly worth it for you ahead of time. And of course, remember those liquid calories add up too. So you want to take the time to pause between bites, as we talked about in another video, just eating slowly, no matter what you're eating, just taking that time. And most importantly, you guys, you know your own personal triggers, like those foods that cause you to overeat that you just really can't control. So like when I am shopping for camping snacks, I get what the family likes, and a lot of times I don't truly love what the family loves as much as, I don't like it as much as they do. But like I know the things that like I love, and if I open a bag of a certain kind of chip or a certain kind of treat, I will eat the whole thing. So I don't get those because it's not really worth it to me. But you just have to decide for yourself what's worth it to you. And again, you can get the foods that you love, but you can also try to opt for better versions of them. So, for example, like the popcorn I mentioned before, you can pop your own in like olive oil and put your own salt. So you're not eating the stuff with the like not as good for you oils. Or I really like the lesser evil popcorn. That is a 100% must have for me when I'm going camping. And then instead of like fried chips, getting like kettle or baked chips could be better. Again, mini bags, mini packages, or individual servings of things that you enjoy. And again, Don't deprive yourself. This is all about living life. And when you are on a healthy journey, you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that you can sustain. Nothing is ever off limits. It's all about being mindful and intentional, as we've talked about before, and making sure you're hitting your protein targets and you've got plenty of calories to work with, to give yourself that flexibility. So there are different traditions. Plan for the camping s'mores. Plan for the Doritos if you love them, the cookies, different kinds of traditions. My personal favorite, like when I go camping with my family, like my aunt makes like fresh cut French fries. They are delicious. She's got the vinegar and the salt, just like the fair, so good. So we eat those, and of course the Bloody Marys are a must for camping for me. So that is it, you guys. Those are my 7 tips for camping. If you guys love camping, I hope you can take some of these with you. And again, some of these tips can just go for any kind of summer activities when you're out cooking on the Blackstone or cooking on the grill. So I hope you guys have a great day.